Okay, now down here is the controls for the outside light. That's this button here. That runs the outside light. Now this one says stay or move. If you're traveling around, you want to leave it on move. This way, every time you leave, the steps will, or you start the engine, the steps will automatically come up. And you don't have to worry about them pulling them up and down. This button right next to it is for the awning, of course, up or down. And this here is control all the battery power. If you don't want any battery power, like if you're going to store the vehicle for months, even a month or more, I would shut this off. And that'll shut off all the battery power and keep the batteries from draining for whatever reason. And that's pretty easy. And there's up here, there's a plug thingy. The plate came off. I don't know where the hell it is. But anyway, we never use that thing. But if you need it, it's there for an extra plug. And of course, this is the counterpart. Part of the counter that comes up and locks, gives you more counter space. You know, along this one gives you more counter space, a little extra piece. All right, that's the end of this video. Okay, recording number 1 is going to be about the TV. This is the remote. This remote works all 3 TVs. You have a TV in the bedroom, a TV in the living room, and a TV outside. When you use it, if it doesn't work, you think the batteries are dead, press this button up here on top, right next to the on and off button. That allows you to use it for that whatever TV you're using, okay? And then everything else is self-explanatory. Now, when you go to let me put this on mute. When you go to a park, or if you're just out somewhere, you can use the antenna. And up there is the antenna control. And you're gonna have little green lights that go on. And the more green lights, the stronger the signal. So when you get to the strongest signal, that's where you'll stop. Okay, and then you go to your TV and you're gonna go to menu, the menu button. Okay, you're gonna press the menu button. And if you see up on the screen, let's see if I can zoom in. You're gonna go to channel, all the way over to channel. Then you're gonna go down to auto scan. And then you're gonna hit on. And then it's going to auto scan all of the local channels into that. It takes about 5 minutes. Okay. And then of course everything else is self-explanatory if you want to change the time or all that kind of stuff. So that explains the TV and the remotes for that. And I'm going to send you separate videos, so keep each one, put it on your computer somewhere so you save it, and it'll explain each thing as we go along. The next thing, I'll start in just a couple of minutes. Okay, now, this is your air conditioning and heating control and fan control. And I'm going to use this here, it's a remote that you can use it from the front of the RV, wherever you are, except it has to be able to face the unit for it to work. So you can only use this if you're facing, pointing that direction. Okay, so we're gonna turn it on. Now right now it's on heat because it's cold here. And this is for furnace, so we're gonna shut that off. Now the reason I'm shutting off furnace is because furnace uses a lot more gas. If you want to use just electric, you would use just the way it is right now, on high heat, and you adjust the heat to whatever is comfortable. Then you press this button here, mode, and you can change it to air conditioning. Or, no, that's air conditioning, sorry. And or fan, that's it. The other bottom green one is fan. And then over here you have the speeds. I always leave it on high, a high speed for the fan. And this is all, let me shut this off because it's cold out here. Okay, now this is the unit up here. And it's pretty much easy to use. If you want the air conditioning to blow more in the living room part, you just open these up. See the little things here, you just open them up, and that'll direct all of the heating or air conditioner to the front of the motorhome. Otherwise, just leave them open, and this way it'll heat or cool the back area as well. And you should clean the filter every so often, which is here. And you just pull this down, pull it out. There's like a filter in there. You just spray it clean and make sure it's dry before you put it up. Okay, that takes care of that. Okay, this is the outside of your battery compartment. As you see, there's the steps, goes into the door. And this opens up here. And there's your batteries. We just put brand new batteries in, so you're not gonna have to screw with this for quite a while. But you should check the water at least every couple of months. And yeah, it's just the same as a car battery. There's a main shutoff up there, that button there, that shuts it all off. Or there's that other one that I showed you inside. There's a battery shutoff. So inside or outside. But again, you should be good for quite a while with these batteries. So, okay. Okay, the next thing is your outside gas hookup. This is for gas barbecue. Just open it up with a key, and then it's self-explanatory. Once you open it, just a little line you plug into for your gas barbecue. Okay, this is the video about your water heater. And just turn this little goodie here, kind of work it back and forth, and then you gotta kind of pull this open. There it goes. Okay, now once it's open, you have two options. Down below here, see if I can zoom in on it. Right under there, there's a on and off switch for the electric. If you're gonna be somewhere for a long period of time, you wanna use that. Otherwise, you just keep it the way it is. You make sure that is off, and which it will be. And then you're just gonna run your gas. You don't have to start it. It has an automatic starter, and it's gonna heat up your water. And we only keep it on when we're gonna use it. Because again, it's gonna use propane, and you don't wanna use too much of your propane all at once. You know, but having the 4 children, taking showers and everything else is gonna add up real quick. Okay, this is the propane. We have an outside tank as well as a big inside tank. The reason for that is because we're here, like I said, we're here long term. And if you have to fill up the tanks, you gotta move the whole motorhome to go do that, because they won't let a service come in here. So we have this extra tank, which you're gonna get. And again, you'll only use that in case of a long-term stay. And I'll show you how that works. Okay, so this opens up. And there's your tank. As you can see, it's really big. It'll hold a lot of propane. 24.5 gallons to be exact, which is a lot. And unhooking and hooking it is pretty simple. We'll have instructions that we'll give you. I can't explain it to you here because I don't want to disconnect the gas, but it's pretty easy. And then filling it, they do all that. They'll take care of that. You don't have to mess with that. So that's pretty simple. Okay, this next one is for the outside TV. I mentioned there's 3 of them. There's 2 inside and 1 outside. This outside one, you just lift this up, and it's, again, it's on hydraulics, and it's got a TV with a separate remote. You can watch anything you want out here. It's kind of cool. And we usually keep this locked up. Okay. outside refrigerator. Easy to open. Everything's on hydraulics. And you got a freezer and a refrigerator. You got a storage space that has a door on it, but I take the door off and it's inside there. The reason I have it off is because when it's not level just perfect, you can't open it. So if you have something in there, you're screwed. So it has an outside sink, hot and cold water, another compartment on top, nice big freezer with some booze. We don't drink it, but it's in there. And then an outside refrigerator. So that's all that. Pretty easy. Easy peasy. Okay. Okay, this is the other side of the trailer, motorhome. And you open this up and storage, as you can see, what a mess. It also has for your cable hookup and your electrical hookup. Now, your cable hookup, again, pretty self-explanatory. There's the cable hookup down there. You take your cable from outside at wherever you're parked and plug it in. The electric also, right now the electricity, I'll show you, is plugged outside, but normally if you're traveling, you're gonna plug it in here, and I'll show you that when I get there. And that's a converter, converts it from AC to DC for just about everything. You don't have to worry about any of that. This is your table that goes inside between the driver's seats. And one of the biggest problems with these things is when you're doing all this stuff, these things, the pullouts, you're gonna hit your head almost every time. Every time. So good luck with that. Moving on down, there's the gas. There's a key for that. I'll show you how that works. Now this is the sewer and outside shower. Oh yeah, you need an outside shower, especially with all